The era of child rights is over. Protesters gathered at Iraq's Tahiri. The Iraqi parliament conducted the first reading of the bill on Sunday, August 4th, but has yet to reach a decisive vote on the amendment. Critics within the parliament point to how the bill could lead to human rights abuse and promote gender-based violence. Others have also suggested it could fuel sectarian divisions by formalizing them in the law and increasing the power of religious leaders. The amendments were put forward by MP Ra'ad al-Maliki. Maliki has a history of proposing such repressive amendments in the legislature in Iraq. He is a member of the Iraqi parliament who has spearheaded previous campaigns to pass anti-LGBT legislation criminalizing same-sex relations and non-normative gender expression. The Iraqi government has previously used the vagueness of the legal remedy against human rights advocates and minority segments within Iraq. The amendments which are being proposed are revisions to the same law passed in 1959. The 1959 law was passed under the government of Abdul Karim Qasim. Qasim was a left-leaning nationalist who brought in a number of progressive reforms replacing the Sunni, Hanbali and Shiite Jafri Sharia courts with a unified civil law. The 1959 personal status law in particular was seen as improving the status of women by transferring the authority of formalizing marriage to the state and setting the minimum age of marriage at 18 for men and women. The 2003 US-led invasion of Iraq has led to the increased empowerment of conservative Islamic elements within the country, enabling the support for such measures. There is consistent documentation by the United Nations and other international human rights groups of child marriage in Iraq. A Human Rights Watch report released earlier this year revealed that the majority of unregistered religious marriages operates as loopholes enabling child marriage. Most marriages which are unregistered involve girls under the age of 18. According to a 2011 UNICEF study, approximately 1 in 4 Iraqi girls are married before the legal age of 18, often driven by poverty and long-standard social traditions. The UN Assistance Mission in Iraq found 20% of marriages involving girls under the age of 14 happen outside of the court. The proposed amendment would formalize these marriages conducted by religious leaders and create separate legal and judicial realms. Critics of the amendment have suggested it will enable the formalization of the operation of marriages outside of the legal realm, conducted by religious leaders undermining the authority of the law and the equality previously established. The Communist Party in Iran has called the move an example of political Islam being used to make women sexual conduits for men. A newly formed group of interested actors known as how the denial of the amendment is the denial of citizens' right to decide personal matters based on beliefs.